Welcome to the Graduate Teaching Licensure webinar on how to complete your master's degree for the Masters of Science in Teaching. My name is Sherry Takkanen, and I'm the Chair of Graduate Education Programs at the College of Scholastica. In this session, I will be reviewing what is needed for you to complete your master's degree after you've completed your student teaching in the Graduate Teaching Licensure program. So first of all, congratulations. You're almost done. Some of you actually already have your teaching license and you're getting ready to teach, or you already are teaching. In either case, I'm sure you want to know what you need to do to finish your master's degree. Here's something really important. You only have 7 years from the time you started your degree until the time you finish. What that means is that when you took EDU 57, that's the first class in the Graduate Teaching Licensure Program, the clock started ticking. So, when you took that class is the first time for your 7 years, and when you finish your research, that'll be the end of the 7 years. So let's look at what's required to complete your master's degree. First of all, many of you are already almost 80% there. Some of you might even be a little bit more. Everybody needs 34 graduate level credits to complete the Masters of Science in Teaching degree. You need to have a grade point average of 3.0. Again, now that's just your graduate level credits that need to be at this grade point average. And you must have the 7 research credits, which I'm going to explain next. Those 7 credits look deeply at having students involved in action research. Some of you might need to have some elective graduate level credits. And here's why. As you know, when you come into the program to get your teaching degree, many people need to take content level classes. For example, if you're an elementary teacher, you may have needed to take a class called Earth Science or Physics or Math. Those classes are all needed for your license, but they are not graduate level, and so therefore they do not count towards the total 34 needed for your graduate level degree. So later on, I will explain to you how we can help you figure out what you need to finish your master's degree. So let's talk a little bit about those master's level courses. The master's option courses involve 7 research credits, and those credits are housed in 3 courses. You can see the classes here. They're 6150, Intro to Action Research, 6160, Conducting Action Research, and 6170, the Colloquium, Reflective Practice, where you share your research. So these are the 7 credits, and most students, after they've taken all of these classes, have 34 credits, and some of you might even have more than 34 credits at the graduate level. It's really important to know these classes have to be taken in sequence. For example, you must take 6150 before you take 6160, and you have to take 6160 before you take 6170. They have to follow in sequence. So how are these classes offered? Well, these classes are offered fully online. Most classes have a webinar event. Unfrequently, they may have 2. Here's something very different from your graduate teaching licensure program courses. These classes all run on a 16-week schedule. It's really important to remember this because it's very different than how you did your licensure courses. So, for example, as you know, you need to take 6150 first. So you might choose in the fall to take 6150, and you would take that over the whole semester, the full 16 weeks, and you will need the full 16 weeks to be successful. After that, 6150 is getting you ready to actually do your research. So you might 6150 in the fall, and then you could take 6160 in the spring where you actually do your research, and you could then share your research in 6170. Now, 6150 is actually offered all 3 terms, fall, spring, and summer. So you have many opportunities to start this class all year round. As you see, though, in the summer, we're a special summer session, and the class again in the summer is 8 weeks. So it's important to remember that you might prefer, in some cases, to take a 16 weeks to complete 6150, or you might find that in the summer you're better able to focus on the class, because if you're teaching, you may not be teaching in the summer. So for each person, that's a little individual. You may want to think about when is the best time for you. But really what's nice is you have many opportunities to start 6150 all year round. Please note that 6160 is only offered in the fall and the spring. Now, why is that? That is because in 6160 you are actually conducting your research, and you will need access to a class. Most teachers do not have the same level of access to a class as in the summer, so we have found that it has not been beneficial to offer 6160 in the summer. So we've been talking a lot about action research, but what exactly is it? Well, action is very different than what you might think about in terms of traditional research. In the traditional research model, you might have a large university that is looking carefully at a certain type of medical device, or perhaps they want to look carefully at a certain type of even how to teach reading. In either case, they're using a very scientific method. They have a number of researchers on board. They're able to generalize their research to a broader population. But in action research that we conduct in this program, and that many master's programs conduct, really your classroom is the laboratory. You're doing a self-selected topic, and you're really working hard at improving your own teaching practice. Therefore, your findings will not generalize to other populations. It doesn't mean that others can't learn from your topic, and it certainly doesn't mean that the research isn't valuable, because it is. In fact, other research tells us that this is exactly the work teachers need to do to be more effective. So, are you ready to get started? Well, if you're ready to start, you need to contact Sister Claire Marie Treadle. Sister Claire Marie Treadle is the Master's Degree Advisor for the College of St. Scholastica at the School of Education, and she's housed out of the Duluth office. You can leave her a message at 218-723-6169, or you can send her an email. Her email is listed here. What Sister Claire Marie Treadle will do is she will do something called a transcript audit. She will look carefully at the classes you've already taken, and she will determine whether or not you need electives. And she will also determine when you can get started. Again, the first class will be 6150. She could certainly answer your questions and help you get registered if you're ready to get started. For those of you who want to wait, I just ask that you remember the 7-year time window, so that when you come back, it's within that 7-year time window frame. Remember, 7 years, start to finish. Thank you for attending this webinar. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me, or if you're ready to get started, please contact Sister Claire Marie Treadle. Her contact information is on the slide. Thank you. Have a great day.